to the Town of Fairfield Shellfish Commission meeting, October 11, 2023. Present, John Short, Tim Macklin, Bruce Kiefner, Todd Kenke, Sean Cohen, Cindy Wakeman, Tom Course from Conservation has joined the table, and Tim Bishop is on the line. All right. I don't think I have learned protocols on this stuff after 10 years. All right, we'll go to approval of the draft meeting minutes of September 13th, 2023. Any changes, corrections, questions, comments?
Nothing for me.
Who's good?
I'm good.
All right, so in the informational, if you read it here, section 6, I guess it is, it says Gail Robinson from Ash Creek Conservation Association is enforcing illegal riggers. It should be diggers.
Shovelers.
It's under informational, sorry.
Yeah, page 3.
Page 3.
Middle. Yeah.
Item 6.
Bring the crane.
The first question.
Nice job. Evil eye.
Someone want to make a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of September 13th, 2023.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Bills and Communications, Committee Reports, Clam Relay and Planting. I think we have a shot of doing a relay. We talked about we approved money between like the last week in October, because we have our November 4th. The tide is low at what time?
11 o'clock, or 10:30, 11 o'clock.
All right, so the week before that it'll be high at around noon.
Yeah.
So I'll try to set that up.
Okay.
I talked to Barbara Salsey, and she said just let me know.
Okay.
Anything else on relay and planting?
That's just a relay, right? We're not.
That's a relay.
Yeah, so no conservation.
No conservation.
Yeah.
Let's wash them off. Cool with that? All right, we're going to go to water and habitat quality. Cindy?
So during the reporting month for September, the rain gauge at the Town Hall registered 20.95 inches of rain. Total amount of days shell fishing was closed for this calendar year through the last reporting month is 109.
The rain in September.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's crazy.
Anything else on water and habitat quality? There was a report of a dock being constructed over in Ash Creek. Tim Bishop, did anything come with that?
No, I never got a response out of the building department. That original report, as you know, was from Gail Robinson at UCCA, but it never went any further.
Yeah, it was probably work that didn't need a permit. It looked like the dock was fairly new. Maybe they replaced it. So that didn't affect our habitat quality at all. Permits and access?
We had 368 permits year to date. Of those, 201 were residential or residents, 142 were senior, and 25 were non-resident, for revenue of $6,440. It's kind of interesting that more than almost probably 40% of our permits are seniors.
Yeah.
You know, and so moving forward, do we target more seniors or more residents, or? But
Good question. I've got something I'll suggest later on we might help. I mean, I don't necessarily think the makeup of it right now is the makeup, it's just who's used to it. They've probably been doing it longer. We want to recruit new people in, but I think a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, that there's, the number of senior renewals is probably
That's right, probably the highest.
98%.
Yep.
And the residential, those are the newcomers.
Yep.
You guys ever think, you know, some of these other commissions, they give away permits to like people that are, you know, over a certain age? I think like over 75 would be, or 80,
I don't think
give them away.
It's for a senior, it's $10.
So
Then we'll really raise up the amount of seniors
So rather
that
than
have
doing,
permits.
so years ago, I was a member of Brooklawn, and they were talking about doing social membership,
Yeah.
and the question went to, not do you let new people join, but do you offer it to people that have been a member of the club for 30 years? And you say to them, you get the benefit of having been a member for that long. What about somebody that's had a permit for 20 years? We say, hey, after 20 years, you're free, you're on us,
That's not a bad idea either.
you know? And it's encouraging, it's not getting them on the front.
Yeah, it gets
Get 'em
people
on
to
the
buy
back.
it for 20 years.
Yeah,
20 consecutive years. I mean,
Yeah.
although we,
you can miss a year in there. I mean,
I think
we're
some of the
sick,
commission
it's a
members-
pandemic, we're like, hey, 2021, buddy, what happened in 2021?
No, you know, in turn, we could also raise the price of everyone else's permit a little bit to make up for it.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think the cost is deterrent. I
Agreed.
think it's so low that,
$10,
So,
$10,
listen, you don't know how many complaints I've heard about having to pay $10 for a clamming permit. Yeah, in the 20 also. But
Complain about the cost of a shot at 3 in the
it
morning.
is
2
only
in the morning.
$10, like the Starbucks and half a bagel.
You got
well,
$20
you
for like
bed
a
by now.
small sack of clams is
It's like a 15 clam snack.
$19.99.
they can come to the clam clinic and get $10 worth of clams.
Yeah.
If we were to make any changes to anything, we'd have to call a special meeting and do this before the beginning of the year, which would be next month, so I think we table it till next year. We're gonna, and permits, we'll keep them the same, the way they are, 20 and 40?
Yeah.
All right.
How long ago did we get? We recently, it was only a couple of years when we changed it, right? 3 years ago?
Yeah. We changed it, well, I think that was on Brian Carey's, sir.
Okay.
Had to be like 4 years ago.
4 years ago, okay.
We could donate a permit to a senior. And then get a bunch of people just buy permits for all the seniors in Fairfield that aren't getting out of their houses. No. Okay, we good on that? Southport Beach reopening, Sean?
I'll kick it to Tim. I mean, so I'd love to start doing the monthly stuff we were doing, but only if it moves the needle for where he is with the health department.
We are currently scheduled for Monday, the 23rd, to, the tide is right and the timing's right, to do some additional reconnaissance and sampling from the boat, and then possibly land for some historic point source pollution locations that we've located in the past, as well as, you know, look for any new ones. So Monday the 23rd in the morning, Tom, myself, and the health department will be out there.
Okay.
Do you need any help?
Yeah, is there any room for a commissioner on the boat?
I would defer that question to Tom as far as capacity.
Tom?
We'll could take 20 people.
Yeah, we can fit 1 or 2 more on there. It's,
All right.
I'm in Maine.
Sean's out. Booth is out. Cindy, you out?
I'm here.
You're there? All right.
We represent Southport.
Bring your boots, babe.
All right. We'll see if we, have anyone who wants to jump on the boat that day.
What time?
It's an 8 a.m. start.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything else on Southport Beach reopening?
That's it. This is our thing right now.
All right. Commercial shellfish regulations,
No report.
no report. Communications.
So we've got the spat collecting coming up, so I hope by the end of today's meeting, or at least a few days after, we can get a sense of food, get a sense of other entertainment and things we can start promoting on social to drive maybe the biggest turnout yet. I'd love to establish it as like come for an hour. I think people that get there and they're there for 3 hours, like we talked about last month, it just feels a little long. So hopefully get shifts, maybe encourage people to show up, on an hourly for an hour, and then swap it out.
Yeah, what are we usually there? I mean, we're there
all day.
We're there longer.
Yeah.
7 or 8 hours.
Yep.
The people are normally
Come
there
and
for
go,
5,
yeah.
between
Do
1
you
and
think,
5 hours.
do you think that we could, take some of the pictures we've got from previous years and get them over to the aquaculture school? I mean, I think...
I got the, teacher, I emailed her, so she's gonna try to get some people together.
Cool.
And our,
From aquaculture.
okay, good.
They'll be younger, but there was a Cub Scout den leader that reached out to us.
Alright,
There'd be younger kids, but,
we could hang out by the, Sworder.
yeah, picking up crabs or something.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have the woman that,
They can drag the sled.
They'll figure it out.
She's educated? She came, she comes.
6
I don't remember.
Come on, you drag it, pull.
But, you know,
They're not making iPhones.
No.
No, maybe it's not that. Alright, so,
That's the next focus for communications along, I have something else to suggest later on, but that's the next big one.
alright, anything else on communication? I'm not on Facebook, so has anything happened on Facebook?
What do you mean?
With the Shellfish Commission?
We're posting videos of the beach in the morning with time lapses, getting a bunch of likes, all that sort of thing.
Nice.
Nothing else. No one's using your identity badly.
I've been on the John Short page.
I haven't seen it in a while.
John Shorts, with an S on the end.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Well, he changed his name from Tom Baines to John Shorts,
Who wants to get
because someone complained. Enough of the.
Wait, are we on F now?
We are
Skip to
going.
instrument development.
We're on,
That was a no report on
Oh,
F.
sorry.
yeah.
We
that was
are
just
on
G.
G.
Okay, thank you, sorry.
And now we're on to G. We're going to H, upwellers.
Yeah.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
No report.
look at that.
Got
We have
change.
the whole group there too. No report. Tim has made the report, no report.
Shut down for the season.
Awesome.
So it's just dry.
Reports from the Conservation Department. Shellfish fund balance, 33,276.02. As of October 1st, 2023. We went over the permits, 368. Closure period. And the budget is on here. Tim, do you have anything to say about the budget? I don't.
Not yet. We're only in, certain capital project workshops, so that'll be coming down the line.
All right. We're on to old business. Any old business we want to talk about?
So is this, we want to talk about the individual items for the spat collecting?
Yeah.
Okay. So I had a couple of things. So on the food truck side of things, so nobody can go vend unless they have a special permit, and nobody really wants to go vend there on a Saturday morning anyway. So Super Duper Weenie and Taco Loco have the same exact deal. It's $1,200 plus gratuity for each of them. That accounts for 50 people and 2 hours worth of them dispensing food in their trucks if we wanted to go with one of those guys. So there's no real free option. I think the question for this investment starts to be, are we going to be able to use that as a lure to get new people to come, A, to help, and then that also sells more permits, and then that starts that virtuous process. So that's the way I think we ought to think about the food. Is that a lure to bring your little kids down, to think this is a good family activity, whatever it might be. The School of Rock has not gotten back to me. I've talked to the guy about what we're looking for, and he's going to try and they have both a house, like, adults who play real music that do this kind of thing, and he also has some students he think might be cool. That would be good for getting some kids out too. If we made that an opportunity for like kids in high school I told them we don't want electrified. It's going to be in the morning. We don't want to jam too loud. So we're leaning towards acoustic, all that, but I don't have prices and or options on that. I can email you guys about that later on, but hopefully we'll have a couple of things to choose from.
We also do have the steel drum band, I guess.
Yeah.
We could. I mean, we did.
They all just had drums, right? There was no guitar in that.
Steel drum is just the drums.
Yeah. Very nice.
We can, and you had the contact for them, right?
Lisette does.
Lizette, yeah. So we can.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice because they don't have any, they don't need any power.
Bruce,
There is
make a
power
big
there.
thing of chowder to attract people.
We could do that. I mean, we always do the Dunkin' Donut stuff, so I think the question really becomes, and this is, I think the broader thing starts to become, are we starting to take the inertia that we got off of this summer with the band, and we got a really good response from that? Are we looking at our events as maybe, let's go a little bit deeper in on them, make them a little more buzzy, and then it's kind of like when we announced the Shellfish Commission event, maybe people have a higher expectation as to what that's gonna be, more people show. So.
I mean, I like I don't know if the food, I like the idea of having some kind of food there. I don't know if, like, we're gonna have enough turnout for a
I
full.
think the bang for the buck is in the music.
Music
But what
for
about,
sure.
yard art?
Well,
Do you
so
think he
the
would
thing is
be
like
considered
donating,
doing, some clam chowder or something?
we can ask them.
Who's that?
Well,
Nordic
Sure.
Or I could even talk
mean,
to, I can talk to them.
What's the date of this thing?
November
4th.
4th.
It's right before lunchtime, so like start time would be, for volunteers would be 11.
I mean, quite frankly, it's probably more appropriate
Do we
that
have
we
their
do
email?
chowder than we
Yeah.
do
Some-
donuts.
Their,
Yeah, well, it was
the
always
town
like
has them,
super
I guess.
early in the
I
morning,
mean, I
so.
really like a donut with my chowder.
Dunk it
No.
in there.
Bagels and chowder,
I mean,
people eat donuts too. Do we get rid of a lot of, we don't have a lot of people, so.
no, I mean,
we
Usually I'd
bring
like to
bagels
see
home
people.
every year.
yeah,
Right.
maybe
All right.
12 people.
So then
I
that's a
think
better
we have been
option
doing-
for, we buy, we throw on tables, and then if we don't finish, people take some stuff and they leave with it and they take it
I think we've
home.
been buying egg sandwiches.
I remember
Like
donuts.
25 egg sandwiches or something.
We did that one year.
I think I picked up
donuts,
coffee.
Bagels.
Yep.
Just let it.
I think $1,200 is a lot to put out on I think the music, maybe we can come up with some other, or small
We'll see if we get more
See if we get
with the
for
lunch.
less.
What, with
$1,200
the music?
for 2 of these.
No.
You get
The food?
120 people.
I tried.
The music is gonna attract people, no matter what, because they're
Yep.
gonna hear it, and they're gonna come over.
Look, I hear you, and hot dogs at 10 o'clock in the morning sounds a little early,
Yeah,
you know?
kinda early for
Kinda
that.
early,
Well,
tacos,
I
same thing.
mean, I mean, starts at 11.
What about,
People work for an
We
hour.
can get bang for the buck with, I call Tasty Oak, they don't have any trucks available that day.
They'd be so mad, they're never gonna, if we're taking half of the 24 bagels, they're gonna be like, who bought it, you know?
The bagels from where?
When we bring them every year,
They
we
don't, they
wouldn't.
don't get eaten?
I don't think so. I'm just saying,
So we wanted to just explore doing chowder like we do at the
So
plant
listen, I'm
clinic.
away next week, but we're gonna have to get to, there's no more meeting before
Right.
the
Yeah.
thing, so we're gonna have to pick a few people that are gonna look into this and see what we could put together as a package. What are we willing to spend
that's the
on
deal.
this, event / outreach?
You're talking about just for the food?
Or for the whole deal?
music too?
I mean,
How much did we spend for the steel
Well,
band?
minimum 12.
$500?
We can think about it this way, is there's 33,000 in this account here. I think 2,000 is coming out for the last clams we bought, and, I just submitted that bill a couple weeks ago. And then we got 2,500 coming out for the relay we're gonna do. So that'll put us down around 27.5 or something like that, right? We don't really have a lot of big, outlays of cash coming up,
Yep.
so, you know.
You want to say 1,000
someone's over there that's spent-
Why don't we say 1,000 for both?
Yeah.
Food
Yeah.
and music?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, we're gonna start selling permits again, we're gonna jack right up over that 30,000 again,
Mm-hmm.
so. Make the motion, so.
Make a motion that we allocate $1,000 for food and music for November 4th.
I'll second it.
Todd seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved.
Can do.
All right.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Anything else in
If the
old
weather's
business?
Cross your fingers.
No other old business? What about new business?
I'll jump back in. So on this note, so thinking about this summer and then looking at November 4th, I realized, I mean, I've never gone climbing in the winter. How busy is it? Do people do it? What? In like January? If it's a sunny day and there's not snow,
Oh, I
do people
do
go out
it.
and they go climbing?
I love going
Okay.
out
Go
there.
oyster.
So-
I never.
So what I'm gonna propose is that we start thinking about a winter event that gets people out of the house. Now, the biggest thing I can think of that would help that is, can we get a special permit to burn a fire, big bonfire at Sasko Beach? They do the burns in Jennings. Yeah, but
You could probably
Walk along the jetty.
Boom. Good. So,
I mean, that would be the first thing to check out.
that warms things up, we bring some food and other things there, make it a thing, it's something to do on a cold winter day.
Warm
Keeps
apple
us-
cider?
Reminds everyone that it's a 12-month permit.
Here's the thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's great, but we have to think, like, so, do we need the fire department there? Not at all, because when you do it at Jennings, it's like you're on your own, you know, you get the permit for
Yep.
it. But us being part of the town, how does that work? Say someone falls in a darn fire.
You call 911.
Are we liable? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because
is
you
it
put up-
different than what goes on at the, Tim Bishop, what do you think? Anything to worry about?
I could talk to the fire chief and,
Alright,
and do some research.
okay,
I'll do that tomorrow and circle back.
you know, because we'll probably have to have someone monitoring that,
Okay.
how it works together, but
Just having a private
it
party.
definitely probably draw people. We
Yep.
have to think of some kind of
It's
theme
a fun idea. I like it.
with it.
What
As
month
long
are
as
you
it's permitted, people could call all day long.
We can find one that's-
Fire department will
I
know.
don't know, I think it'll be sunny, but chilly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a daytime party.
Daytime, absolutely, do it in the daytime. And by the way, if we decide we wanna go the next step, it's funny, years ago, I bought something, I was out in Montauk with him, that place at the very end, Gurney's, and they had those plastic geodesic domes, a little
Oh,
heater,
yeah.
they got the chairs, the blankets, they charge you an arm and a leg to eat and drink in there, and just play Monopoly with your friends. So I bought one, and we were gonna use it at the beach for like, you know, in the winter afternoon, but now I brought it up to Maine and I sleep in the thing with an electric heater. But that thing cost me like $500. If it's a hit this winter, that's technically a way to establish a heated area where people wanna put their kids in there and let them hang out. If it takes off, we can discuss that in a year.
Yeah.
Those things are like they heat up immediately in the sun.
Those are clear, right?
Yes, right,
And they
clear,
have-
it's cool,
They have them at the vineyards, those are really nice.
they're amazing.
But they're inflated by air, right?
No, it's got like the tent poles, it just sort of holds it in shape. Just sits there.
All right, Tom,
Yes.
you're part of new business.
Well, you answered one of my questions about the plan relay, you don't need to vote for that.
No.
Anything else? We have water sampling going on for Save the Sound Friday morning. And then we have another one in 2 weeks. And then we have the October 23rd, I gotta take whoever out.
Cindy.
After that, I was thinking about pulling the boat. Is that all right with you guys? I mean, if you're not.
Yeah, unless someone, so if we do a relay, does anyone wanna go rake oysters? I think they're out on the bed too. No, I think we're still prohibited over there till November 15th, so, and
Well, I'm looking for a date where it's safe for me to pull the boat out of the water.
in our instance, you could pull it out now,
Okay.
but you use it till you use
All
it.
right. The second thing is, when you were mentioning the money and I kind of rolled my eyes, that boat's gonna need to be replaced. I mean, we might be getting 1, maybe 2 years more out of it, and that is gonna be it.
So what we'll have to do is, Tim will have to put into the conservation budget for a boat, because we only use that boat about 10% of the time. So
But
we
it
might
has
not be
your
willing to
name
put
on
in more than 10% of the money.
it. It has your name on it, though.
Thank you.
I mean, that's like,
That's just sponsorship.
That's just,
Naming an arena.
we pay for the paint. Sticker. But I think that's what we're gonna have to do, unless the Shellfish Commission wants to try to find a grant that might provide us with a boat. We do some work that could possibly qualify us, we don't do a lot of it, but it'd have to be the exact right grant where, you know, so we can look into
I'm
that.
just bringing it up because that boat's only gonna last maybe, if we get another 2
Yeah,
years
We
out
might
of
be
it.
able to, I'll keep an eye out for grants, and then,
Yeah.
we have a grant writer at the town, if I just,
Yeah, she is.
we do a lot of restoration work, so.
Right, so
Yeah, I
we
spoke
could
to
possibly
her.
get a decent boat.
That's all I had.
Terry.
it's got water in it.
Terry?
Well, it's, yeah, well, you have to have water in a wooden boat, otherwise it shrinks.
I think that boat,
How
what do we
long
have it
we
now, like 8 years, 7 years?
I think we got it the first year, Kerry was in,
Yeah, Brian Carey was there, yeah.
because that was his baby. And the drive over there at 2 o'clock in the morning to Boston.
2016.
I drove up to look at one in a garage that was half built.
Well, that was built on the ground. I had to lift that thing up with a forklift to get it on the boat trailer.
It's work. You gotta do work when you're around it.
It's
No,
work.
it's probably almost at the end of its useful life, yeah.
Well, he said that we were
It's a
on,
5-year
when we
boat.
bought it, came right out and said it, because this boat's only gonna last 5 years, so if we're on 8, so we're on borrowed time now.
Oh, you take good care of it, that's what it means.
Pretty much.
Red paint.
Well, with the Brockway, they said that was only gonna last 5 to 10, and that lasted 32 years, so.
Yeah,
Well, we might be able to
but that Brockway,
buy one from Sean.
that Brockway,
Only one.
you know, I don't think we can buy used, that's the problem. We have to buy it from a vendor and all that, that's on a list.
Yes, a vendor.
I asked the police when they were getting rid of their 23,
Oh,
Yeah.
and they said, about another 10 years, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah, no.
they ain't got 10 years.
What's going on with the fireboat that they got from Bridgeport? Is they just borrowing that?
That's not from Bridgeport, that's a Coast Guard.
Coast Guard boat?
$5,000 a month that costs,
Okay.
to rent,
To rent it.
and they're not allowed to even put a hole in it for a boat.
And the one that sank is completely nothing.
Supposedly that's going up to Canada to get refurbished, but since the day they raised it from the water, it's been sitting at fire training.
Yeah, I see it over there. I'm just curious if they're gonna use it again now?
I don't know.
you know, if they're not gonna use it because all the electronics are shot, I mean, that might be a good boat for us.
We just need an engine and a steering
What
wheel.
do we got for electronics now? We have a switch for the bilge pump. We don't have a horn, right?
No,
I got a horn underneath,
got some
What do
light.
you got? You got the bilge pump switch? Oh, you got a horn underneath there?
not an electronic one, I got one.
Oh, you're in the hand.
Like a bike horn?
Oh,
like that.
All right. Any more new business?
Yeah, just to chime in internally, if there's gonna be a request financially for budget purposes that exceeds 100,000, that has to be in the capital plan, which is in progress right now. Anything less than that, I'd have to make the request in the operational budget. But either way, I would need, estimates and stuff like that, so something to think about for the future.
So you're saying we can spend $99,000?
But then it comes out of the operational, and he's
Yeah.
gonna.
No, yeah, we'll have to do some research in that and meet on that and all that stuff. I don't think we're gonna spend that kind of money, so.
Does
All right.
Blooms, does Jimmy have any ideas?
On boats? Fiberglass barge, that was his idea. That's it. They did build an electric, aluminum barge that they haul shell and oysters around in and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But, yeah. We'll talk about this after the meeting.
Yeah.
Let's go to the informational, the UI transmission line plan. I went to the meeting. Did anyone else show up at the meeting?
What, a warrant?
Yeah. Tim, do you want to start off with this, or you want me to start off with it? You start off.
Yeah, I could just give a quick brief. If people don't already know, UI is proposing a Fairfield-wide, new transmission towers on the south side of the railroad tracks. They're going to be monopoles, just like there is on the north side. To remove, the purpose is to upgrade infrastructure and get the existing south side wires off of Metro North's catenary infrastructure. That's going end to end through town, coming through the Ash Creek area in our open space by Metro Center and crossing into Bridgeport, where it goes to a substation. Typically the poles are 100 to 150 feet-ish tall, large concrete footings, about 8 feet in diameter and varying depths depending on what material they're being installed in. Typically they're in the railroad corridor for the most part. Some plans right now show proposed locations on private property within an easement that they are going to somehow get or take, or however that process will go. I don't know. For our area of concern, there's a span, couple towers. I have my own concerns with Inland Wetland Agency and Conservation Commission, but for the purposes of Shellfish Commission, the areas would involve further up Ash Creek. This is a project, once approved, it's currently in citing council. The town of Fairfield filed for intervenor status, which was granted. So we're currently working with town council and special counsel to pursue that intervening option for the upcoming hearings. What else do I have? That's pretty much the nutshell, case in a nutshell.
So on the Ash Creek stanchion or pylon or whatever, I think we already commented on that a while back. It was brought to us.
Yeah, there's a couple spans from Metro Center, and then it goes over Ash Creek to the Bridgeport side, where there's already towers over there. They're eliminating those and installing a couple pairs to make a couple corners, and then it goes to an existing substation.
Right, and then over by Mill River, there's a couple like right out on the edge of the river, right?
Yes, that's correct. Especially near Exide.
Yeah.
The former Exide parcel.
So when this plan, whichever plan they use goes into place, we'll have to comment on it, right?
Yeah, you have that option. I could find out from council, who I spoke with today about, I'm going to generate another comment letter. That might be an option. I could find out what the timing is, timing requirements. I sent one on behalf of Inland Wetlands, I don't know, probably 5 months ago, with some concerns of conservation easements. But the Mill River area, I think you guys would have enough jurisdiction since it's tidal waters up to pretty much the railroad tracks. So yeah, I think I could find out about that, the timing, when it's required or when you're going to be too late.
So we all know what it is. We got a few spots where it could potentially affect us. Does anyone have any big concerns we want to talk about tonight?
I think it's premature. It's my understanding that the UI is not fixed in their plans, that they're trying to accommodate everybody. They understand the concerns. The people who are concerned are their customers, and they want to retain a working relationship with their rate base. That always plays well with PURA when you're trying to get rate increases and so on and so forth. So having a healthy relationship is important, and I think that's the stage that they're at. So I don't think that it's set in stone by any means exactly what they're going to be doing.
Right.
So we don't know until we know more.
But as originally proposed, is building new towers where the existing ones are.
Well, the existing towers are on the actual railroad, Metro North property.
Down.
These will be just off of the property.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know, maybe they don't want to pay Metro North anymore. I have no idea what their deal is or anything. But yeah, we need the power, so it's going to happen. Just where, I guess we'll find out where it's happening, and if it affects us, and we'll put in our recommendations.
Sounds good.
I got a bunch of emails from one of our permit holders about it. Thornton.
No.
Huh?
With concerns about it?
Thornton, you on the phone?
No, not Thornton. Shoot, what's his name?
What were their concerns? They have a permit?
Northrop, sorry, EJ Northrop. You know Northrop, right, Bruce?
Or north, you mean?
It says EJ Northrop.
Is that Jeff Northrop from Westport?
Yeah.
Just about to say they related to
Forwarded
those.
notice to Captain Jeff North, there must be a relation. But you know,
That's the data.
they're talking about the marsh behind Southport Beach and this and that, and, you know, I don't know what they're talking about, but, so that's why I went to the meeting, just to see what was going on.
Gotcha.
All right, anything else on the UI transmission?
Nope.
If you wanna lose your mind, go to one of those 3-hour meetings.
Yeah?
We're on the record, I'll just let it out.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
So you can't listen to it, you can't even make the stuff up what goes on.
Yeah.
People come in and they do not talk about the actual project. Every other kind of electricity and wavelengths and this, that, but they don't want to talk about those powers. It's just insane, I don't know. I had to leave. I stayed for all the informational part, and then, once the first guy calls, oof. All right, wanna wrap this up?
I got one other
Bruce.
point. Tim, what's the status of the Exide property and the, sheet pile that's still in place?
I have not heard from anyone talking about it.
That was
We have-
supposed to be removed.
My department didn't issue any permits for it.
No, well, that was, the sheet pile,
That's a deep
was
issue.
supposed to be, okay. Was supposed to be removed as per the agreement, and
Yeah,
it was
that's a
not
DEP
removed,
issue.
then it was, the bond was released or whatever. And so the question is, will the sheet pile remain? Because, and if it's not in the best interest to have the sheet pile there. And who's going
I think it's, in my opinion, it should stay, but it's not a town department permit, so I don't have any jurisdiction in tidal waters.
Yeah, I'm under the opinion of leaving it. It's gotta go down 10 feet at least, right? If there's anything left in that ground, it pulls it back.
Where it might be addressed is when the potential developer comes before the town for permits, but there's also talk with other powers at the state that there might be consideration from the town in a larger project to purchase that whole parcel as part of a realigning off ramps from Mill Plain Road and other roads to go through there. So that could be a whole nother approach. So yeah, but either way, my department doesn't have any say in the sheet piling.
Yeah, all right, I think we're gonna wrap this up. You good with that, Tim?
Yeah,
Alright.
that works for me. I guess I'll throw in also just since we're on the topic, some of you know that the town launched a new website yesterday. There's still some kinks in it, but check it out, and it looks much better than the old one.
Yay.
Yeah, I got the email yesterday.
Yes, I saw that it was going up.
You're supposed to go register.
All right, who wants
The
to
one
make-
problem as it relates to this commission is the old email blast through the Q alert for closures and openings of the beds with 800 or 900 contacts. The Q alert system is dead and did not migrate to the new system. So I'm meeting with the webmaster tomorrow morning to try and attempt to come up with a solution to how those notices are going to be posted from my end.
All right,
Thank you.
On that note, if we wanted to send a blast to all of our permit holders regarding events, we don't need them necessarily to send it ourselves. If Conservation has those, and if I supplied you with what we'd like said, can you guys send an email on our behalf?
Should be able to, yeah.
Okay. Who should I go through for that?
Send it to me. I'll distribute it.
Okay.
That's all I got, thank you.
Cool.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Todd, make the motion.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.